Aqua Harmonics wins $1.5 million for the Wave Energy Prize. Maygen reaches a milestone with production of its first energy. The Great Northern Transmission Line receives U.S. federal approval. And subscribe to Hydro World Weekly, the hydro industry's premier electronic newsletter. Welcome to this week's edition of the Worldwide Hydro Headlines. I'm Gregory B. Poindexter, Associate Editor for Hydro Review and HRW Hydro Review Worldwide. On November 16th, the Office of Energy Efficiency and Renewable Energy announced Portland, Oregon-based Aqua Harmonics will receive $1.5 million for first place in the U.S. Department of Energy's Wave Energy Prize competition. The 18-month design-build test competition focused on developing wave energy converters that could reduce the cost of wave energy. Two California-based contestants, CalWave Power Technologies out of Berkeley and WaveSwing America in Sacramento, were awarded second and third place respectively, with $500,000 and $250,000 in cash prizes. The first power has been produced at the Maygen tidal power site in Scotland. This, according to project developer Atlantis Resources Limited. After the last of 4 initial foundations were installed at the site, last week, James Fisher Marine Services Limited completed turbine and cable installation tests. The work allowed Andritz Hydro Hammerfest, the turbine's manufacturer, to establish communications and verify the operation of safety and monitoring systems. ABB Limited supplied the onshore frequency converter. According to Atlantis, ABB, along with Andritz, are working to tune the turbine's control system for optimal generation. Last week, Minnesota Power said its Great Northern Transmission Line received U.S. federal approval. It has also received a presidential permit from the U.S. Department of Energy for the transmission line that will allow hydropower to flow from Manitoba Hydro. The presidential permit is the final major regulatory approval needed before construction of the transmission line can begin that will cross the international border between Manitoba and Minnesota. The transmission line will connect with Manitoba Hydro's companion, Manitoba, Minnesota Transmission Project. The DOE issued its final environmental impact statement for the project in October 2015. The presidential permit is a final step in a 4-year process that included comprehensive agency review and voluntary community engagement by Minnesota Power. If you need the latest information about the worldwide hydro industry, I encourage you to subscribe to Hydro World Weekly. Hydro World Weekly is a complimentary weekly electronic newsletter sent directly to you that provides highlights of the latest news, information, and events occurring in the world of hydropower. Hydro World Weekly always features good ideas, best practices, and hot topics useful for hydro practitioners. Newsletter content is brief and focused, and it contains article links to hydroworld.com, where readers can learn more details about each article. If the Hydro World Weekly electronic newsletter is already helpful to you, then please encourage your colleagues to log on to the website listed on your screen and subscribe today. Well, that's it for this week's edition of the Worldwide Hydro Headlines, brought to you by Hydro Consulting and Maintenance Services. Make sure you check us out on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And remember, we deliver hydro information at high capacity.